Hi guys, is this the angle we're going for? Do you know wax? That doesn't taste like matcha. Who are you?
Back to our channel.
Hi guys, is this the angle we're going for? I might snap my arm out, but anyways, I'm in Adelaide and my flight landed at 2:10 or yeah, 2:10. Hopped off that little fella at 2:20. Came straight to my eyebrow appointment. Because if you've been here for a while, you would know these guys are my pride and joy. And you know, I'm telling you that because there was once a time where my brothers used to say to me, wow, Christina, it looks like you're just always surprised because of your eyebrows. Because they were like, literally, I need to find a photo. They were criminal offense. I don't know how I didn't get locked up. Like, they were so bad. I remember, I think the first time that I got my eyebrows done was in year, let's call it 8. I just went to like Marymount, which is an all-girls school, and one of my friends there who I used to play basketball with, she was like, let's go get our eyebrows done at this like random fucking next to a fish and chip shop place. Like, and nothing wrong with that. Your pseudo's next to a fish and chip shop. But it was the kind of one where it's like, did you just today decide I'm gonna give eyebrows a shot? I'm gonna give being a beautician a shot today. Might give it up tomorrow. I've never done it before, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And then I'm the first customer, like, try me. Like, that's kind of the energy that it was giving, right? And from there, I just thought that was normal. My eyebrows were like up like this. I'm like, fuck yeah, it looks so good. And now looking back in photos, I'm like, were you well? Were you well? And I remember when I first came to the eyebrow studio, they've had like the same technique the whole time. So it's like their eyebrow has always been like the perfect arch. I remember her saying to me, the arch shouldn't be straight up from your eyeball. So it should be like to the outer part of your eye. But then again, your eyeball moves around. So I don't know. Anyways, it shouldn't be straight up. Mine was like half a hula hoop. And they were like, sweetie, you're gonna have to be patient because we're gonna have to grow these guys out. And I had like a full growing out phase for a solid year, but then even since then, like for years and years and years and years, to get these guys a piece of art, if I will say so myself. So yeah, been going there for 14 years. And so the way I was like, I'm going back to Adelaide, I haven't had these eyebrows done since I was last in Adelaide, which was minimum, I'm gonna say 9 weeks. Like I feel like, but probably more, like probably closer to the 3-month mark. Like, guys, love you, I'll see you when I see you, but I've got business to take care of, and that is getting my eyebrows done. So I've just got them done and I feel like myself again. The tint like will probably go, like it will go away. Oh fuck, they look good though. They look good. I really didn't feel like they were that bad, but now I'm like, oh, but they could have been so much better. So anyways, that's all I have to say. It's not too much planned for Adelaide. Kind of yes, kind of no actually. So I have Courtney's hens next weekend, which I'm in the bridal party for. That's Cruz's sister, but also my friend, of course. So that's in Coffin Bay, so it's like a 7-hour drive, I'm going to say, from Adelaide. But I am just here for the week. It was Mum's birthday last weekend, so this weekend I'm just going to like do a little like birthday vibes for her because I obviously wasn't here. And then just chill. I'm staying with Mum and Yaya like at their house, so excited for that. And it's just wholesome vibes. It's going to be my normal days in the life, but I'm just going to take you guys along. And I was actually listening to a podcast on the way here that was about like content creation full-time and social media, and especially YouTube. And I'm like, I really want to build my socials, and I want to build my community on here. I was saying to Cruz the other day, the way that I feel the most like impactful is by just sharing stories that other people resonate with in their life, and just like just trying to make someone's day, just like trying to be out here connecting with people and making them feel seen and heard, and maybe have a little laugh, maybe not, maybe I'm not funny, maybe I just think I'm funny. And yeah, and I've had like the last week I've had 4 girls, and maybe even a couple more, it was like 4 or 5 come into my DMs just saying like, I've been watching you on YouTube, blah blah blah. And I'm like, wow, like people are actually watching. And I just love to hear that because I love to create, and I'm just so motivated by YouTube. Like I just love it from a point of like, this is my absolute favorite kind of content to create. And of course I would love for it to grow, and that is my goal. Like I want to grow a community, but I just fucking love creating it. So if you guys love consuming it, just means the world. It means the world to hear from you. And funny story, I actually had a couple of messages being like, your comments are off. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm new here, guys. I'm new here. And apparently I'd been setting all my videos to like made for kids, which means A, they weren't going anywhere. No one could see them. Like they wouldn't pop up next to any other creators because they were made for kids. So if anything, they're showing up next to Emma slave and a kid wants to watch my YouTube. And then no one can comment because like made for kids setting, yada yada yada. So hopefully now that that's sorted, you know, pretty much a year in the making, these videos will kind of push out there a little bit more. But yeah, your support means the world. Like being here, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, watching all the way to the end, if you can stand this yapper, is honestly just the best. So that's all I have to say. Come along for like the next week and a bit in Adelaide. I don't know how many vlogs I'll get out of this. Might just be this one clip. Who knows with me? Who knows with me? But yeah, I picked my mum up from work because I have her car. And then it's just going to be a wholesome first night in Adelaide. It is hot. The way I dressed for winter, it's firstly the middle of September, you know, it's like it's going to be cold, but it's not that cold. That's what I have to say. And love you guys. And yeah, come along for the next, who knows how many days. Hello. Who are you? Aki. I have just picked mum up from work. You would have seen I just saw her little new dog briefly. I actually died. And also, if anyone else has a key that's like, you don't have to put it in the ignition and then you get into a car with the key in the ignition and then you spend like minutes at a time always looking for the key and it's like, it's in the ignition. Anyways, now I'm just at my dad's house and I'm very excited. So I'm going to surprise him. I don't think he knows I'm coming. So let's go see.
Hey. An important part of my life.
Dad put a new radio. Come give us your best. Oh dear. Morning, guys. It is Thursday. I have definitely done some stuff this morning, but I literally forgot to take the camera. Like I didn't bring the camera. But I got up at around like 5, went down to the beach and I was gonna go for a walk, but it was so fucking freezing and windy and I don't know, I'm just a baby now because I've really normalized like Queensland weather. So I'm gonna go for a big walk later today, but it was raining. Like literally the second that I left the house, it started bucketing down and my mum called me and just like started laughing because I was like left her house. And I'm like, yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore. So I just like sat there for a little bit, had like my morning stillness and just silence with myself, didn't go for a walk. And then I came home, had some breakfast and dropped mum to work. I've just gone into the gym here that I have always trained at in Adelaide and like restarted my membership just because A, I'm going to be back in Adelaide so many times before the end of the year and I want to have my membership just like up and running so I don't have to every time come in like get a casual pass every day or like set it up again. It's just such a pain and I'm here so much that it's just worth actually having 2 memberships. So I just re-signed up there. I've been training at Riderwear since it opened in Adelaide, so maybe like 3 or 4 years, potentially longer, I'm not sure. So yeah, just did that. I will train tomorrow. So I had yesterday as a rest day and I have today as a rest day, which I don't often have like 2 in a row unless like my body's really needing it. And I would say my body's not really needing it, but just with like the big travel day yesterday and then big travel day, Christina, it was 2.5 hours. The big travel day. Appointment, seeing family, and then today is seeing family. So I'm going to go and see my brother now, have a coffee, because God knows I need one. Like today, I don't know why, but I feel so tired today. I think it's just, I don't know, traveling, coming home, my period, who knows, maybe I'm just tired. One of those days where I'm like, I would really appreciate a coffee. So I'm gonna have a coffee and then potentially I would love to just like sit my ass down in a cafe for like 2 hours and do some work, but I'm not too sure if that's gonna happen because I'm gonna go see Dad as well this afternoon for a little bit and then picking mum up from like there's a lot of things moving. When I like want to work, I'm just someone who I don't like to have time limits on like having somewhere to be at this time and that time and that time, I feel like it just kind of frazzles me. I don't know why. So it's like when I really want to sit down and lock in, I want the freedom and the space to be able to like really lock in. And I'm just wondering if today's like, I will still do some stuff, but there's nothing pressing. So can I just give myself a bit of grace and go, hey, we'll have like a proper locked in day tomorrow, and just today be with your fam, do your errands. Like there's some little errands that I want to run. Yeah, maybe just like an hour of just like sorting out my next couple of days. There is stuff that I want and need to be doing, but you know, it doesn't need to happen today, and that's okay. And that's okay. So, but I would love for it to. But anyways, that's okay. So I'm going to go and do that today, and probably even like this next few days is going to be quite boring in terms of vlogging, but I thought I'd just take you guys along. So let's go. And I also say let's take you guys along, but then I just like always forget to actually turn my camera, so then it's just always me talking, so sorry about that. But I'm going to have a coffee because I need one. Whoa, that is a humbling little view, isn't it? Isn't it? Someday, one more good enough, so don't give up.
Cool.
No. After you want one? I just want to chill here for a bit. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, that's your fault. Pardon? Has anyone else seen that? Good morning, firstly. Has anyone else seen that reel or meme or something where it's like girls getting into the car and there's about 14 bags here, which I don't know what's in them. Don't ask me, I don't know what's in them. And then it's just like guys getting into the car and they've just got like their phone, because same. Like, you know, I do have my laptop and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. Anyways. Good morning, guys. It is Friday. I am just off to the gym. It is 6:30. I woke up at 5, which feels good for me because that means it's 5:30 back in Queensland, and that's a bit of it. Woo! I'm just going to shut the gate, but that's my sign to not video while I drive, so I'll see you at the gym. So here we are again in the car. I've just finished my session. You potentially would have seen some clips from it. Hopefully, Christina, hopefully you put them in there. Firstly, I don't make the rules. This is just the law. The law that we abide by is that every leg day always seems to end with a pull-up, chin-up situation. I don't make the rules, but Your Honor, I'm doing what you told me to do. So that is pretty much my life. I trip and fall into a back moment on every leg day, but had a great session. I'm a bit puffed because I feel like I really gave it a crack, but I am kind of nursing my knee. It's a lot better, but I can't put any load on it really yet. Slash, I don't want to, because I really want to make sure that I'm building up the muscles of like just around the knee and my quads and my glutes properly, so that I'm not putting load in the wrong places, because I think that's been my biggest problem, where I'm naturally very quad dominant, and because my glutes have been really weak, that's been straining on my knees, particularly the left one. So I've just been doing some body weight movements with it and actually feeling really good in my range of motion with my lunges. So I just do literally body weight forward lunges, and I like to have the front foot elevated like downward, if that makes sense, but there wasn't a box to do that today, so I just did normal like leant forward body weight lunge. But really good. And then I do heavy RDL hip thrust machine, the one where you're like laying over and then you like come up and squeeze your glutes. Anyway, that one. Leg curl and something else, but I forgot. And yeah, finish with some pull-ups. I'm feeling really good. So, and it's also day 1 of my period / day 2, like started kind of yesterday, but today she's entered the chat, and I still maintained sets of 5 unassisted pull-ups, which love that, because I really want to build them up. And if I can build them up and maintain that rep range with my period and feeling really heavy and lethargic and just like definitely carrying some more weight, then the world's my oyster. So next time I'm going to try for 6 next week, whenever I do it. Going to go now and get something sorted for breakfast, and then go to a cafe, have a coffee, sit my ass down and work. I want to just get so much content done today. I love having, I never thought I'd say the words, but it's been really good having content batched. I've always been someone where it's like, I'm very in the moment and not really batched for like weeks, but I'm talking a day. I'm talking a day in advance, and it's feeling really good for me. So gonna keep that going and really trying to build my socials at the moment. So those of you guys watching, if you like my socials and if you enjoy consuming it, please engage with it, because A, I love to hear from you, I love to chat with you, I love to connect with you, but also it really supports me and the goals that I have for this space, for Instagram, for socials, for the Nourishment Project, everything. So that is me. I'm gonna go and sort some things out, but conscious effort today to actually film the in-betweens, because as always I forget. So love you guys. Hello.
Back to our channel.
The man that everyone is here for.
We're off to Bunnings.
Yes, what are we getting?
Fully sponsored by Under Armour. So
slay the day. Thank you so much.
Quick question, was that a 278?
Yes.
Really want really worth it?
It is so worth it. And they're actually not that expensive. Okay, so did we nearly have a little accident on our hands? You guys started to yap, I started to yap away, tell you about my morning, and I hadn't pressed record. I feel like my brain's just kind of left for the day, but here we are. As you would have seen, I don't know what I last said to you this morning after the gym, because I'm staying with mum and Yaya, and the gym that I'm training at is close to mum's work, where I'm picking her up from after work, because love her, I'm using her car while I'm here. So this morning I was like, you know what, you're going out for the day and you're going to be a productive little princess and do all your things, and then like not go back home after the gym. And look, I'm being dramatic because the drive from the gym to the house is about 10 minutes, which means the drive back to work to pick her up would be about 10 minutes. But I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, usually I would have food prepped, which I did. I had lunch prepped, excuse me. But breakfast, I was like, no, okay. I didn't have anything prepped. Like in and out with prepping breakfast. Like I'll have seasons where I love to do it. And then seasons where I'm like, no, I just like fresh food. And so that is where I didn't look after future me, because I didn't have anything today. So I was like, all right, let's just go to the shops. In my head, I was like, I'll get like some yogurt and some berries and stuff like that, which not my favorite, if I'm being honest. I think I really killed myself off of yogurt years ago because I would have so much of it. So now it's very few and far between that I have it. I wish I loved it. I wish I did. But I feel like I'm kind of getting back into it now that the weather's getting warmer, but not much of it. So the thought of having it for breakfast was just like, we don't want to do that. And I'm cold, and you know, in my human design, I'm actually a hot food girl. It's not me, it's in the stars. I can't, what am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? It's the law, it's the rules. So I'm like, okay, do you know what we're gonna do? You're gonna go out on a little date with yourself. And it was so nice. I've literally never done that. Like for breakfast anyway, because I'm usually just prepared. I love to eat at home. And yeah, obviously I eat breakfast out with friends and stuff, but I was like, no, you're going on your own. So I thought I would make a day of it, have breakfast, get myself fueled, because you know what we're not doing around here, guys? We are not A, having coffee, or B, trying to work on an empty stomach, because that's not a good time for anyone. And you might think that you can get away with it. Don't get me wrong. We all think that. And in the past, I used to be pretty toxic with that one. Story of another day. Coffee will suppress your hunger, but it will not satisfy you, will not satiate you. It will not actually give you any energy. That means not just physical energy, but this fella, this guy needs fuel, needs resources. So this is just a little reminder to eat before you caffeinate and before you get into your work for the day, because everything will be better when you do. Trust me when I say that. So anyways, that's what I did. About like, you would have seen it, but I had about like 1.5 bits of the bread, almost all the avo, a little bit left over, and 3 eggs, because 3 eggs, any less than that, not enough protein. So had that, got some blueberries afterwards. I also got a coconut yogurt, random, because I'm not really a yogurt girl, and I didn't eat it. It's just in my bag. So, but just finishing off my little bloobs, he had the most productive day, and I just got so much done. I was like head down, bum up from like 10:30, 11-ish to now 2:54. God's my oyster now, because yeah, I've just had my meal prep, and now I'm going to go for a walk, which I'm very happy to go for a walk, but there was about the weather, because I'm in Adelaide, and I was just sitting down in the cafe before, and out of nowhere, pelting down with rain. Absolutely bucketing, as in the type of rain where you're out there for 1 second and you're drenched. So there are a few clouds around. I would love an outdoor fresh walk, but in the same breath I'm like, do we risk it, or do we go back to the gym and go on the treadmill? Anyways, it's not that deep. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk wherever I go for a walk, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be making protein bowls because we have orders to go out. I'm gonna finish my blueberries now, and then we're gonna go for a walk. Good morning, guys. It is now the next day, Saturday. It is just gone 8 o'clock. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but being an early bird, I woke up at about like 5:30 today. But the later it gets in the morning, the more tired I feel than if I'm like up and at it. Anyone else? But this morning I woke up with the most fucked period pain. It wasn't like debilitating. I have endo, so there's moments where it's like it's debilitating. It wasn't that, but it was just kind of like this really tight feeling across the full left side of my body. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. And I like got up, got ready to go and train, because I just thought it was kind of like gonna be like a little blip in the system, but it wasn't. She really hung around. So I was like, all right, take my tights off, get into bed, get my Kindle, put my heat pack on, and just see what happens. Because I feel like after so many years of back in the day not listening to my body at all, and then a season of probably overly listening to my body and using that as an excuse to just like not train for whatever reason, I'm now in a position where I actually can discern between when I do need to just like put my foot on the brakes and not go and train, and I have no problem doing that. Like today, for example, it's not a planned rest day, but if I was just like in so much pain and whatever, I'll just be like, okay, I'm just not going to train. Like, it's just not even a thing. But I sat with it and I was like, I'm just going to see what my body does with this, because I feel like it's gonna just like run its course quite quickly. And it did. And like, I'm still in a bit of discomfort. It's not anything that is actually too bad that I can't go and move my body. And I just know for me personally, and this is why it's so important for everyone to just be in tune with themselves, but I know for me personally that I will actually feel a lot better after I actually, you know, get some form of movement in. So I'm going to go to the gym. I've just got upper body today, of course. I'm really like, when do I not train upper body? It's like not going in there with any plan to break the world record, but just get some movement in. And if I feel as though I get halfway through and it's not the vibe, then that's perfect, and I'll just like go for a walk or something like that. So here we are. I've got my Naked Harvest Sourworms pre-workout. Of course, I have a discount code if you do want to grab some money off, by the way. CH15, I'll leave it here for you or in the description box. But something that I love, I used to work with like a couple of, not work with, like just have some gifts and stuff from businesses back in the day when I kind of like first started sharing more of my life on socials. I'm gonna say like 3 or so years ago, and then obviously moved away from that side of things for a little bit, and now I'm very much just like back in my, I just love how I'm creating. Like, I just love how I'm creating content. I love getting behind and supporting brands that I genuinely align with, and that's something to me that I'm so intentional around, where I'll never promote a brand that I don't 1,000,000% believe in and that I don't actually choose to use myself. Like, so that's when you know if I'm talking about something I genuinely believe in it. And Naked Harvest, I've said this so many times, but they just so deeply align with my perspective of health and wellness, and they have so many incredible products that taste so good. Like, they're not those products that like are quote unquote good for you, but they just taste like shit. Like, they always taste incredible, but there's also like no hidden nasties. They don't leave me crashing. I will never drink another pre-workout. Like, this is the only brand pre-workout I will drink. They don't break my skin out. They don't just leave my energy levels fucked for the day. I couldn't recommend them more. And something that I note with these, because when I am on my period, period, I try not to have too much like caffeine or really any like extra stimulation that I don't need, because I find that I'm more, I guess, susceptible to the effects of it. I just don't need too much caffeine in my veins. But with this, I noticed that it actually doesn't inflame me, and it doesn't leave me feeling like shit after the fact, and it doesn't actually spike like my cortisol. Yeah, I'm on my period, so we love her. This is a sour worms flavor, I don't know if I said. I also add in collagen to either this or my coffee, so it depends what I'm having. If I have a coffee, I'll add in the collagen powder and I'll add it into this alternatively. It is my absolute go-to, so we're gonna have that. Also had 2 corn thins with honey as my pre-workout of choice. It is so good. I cannot. Right. It is so good. Okay, I will see you guys later. Hey. Hello. Hello, Maisie. Hello. We are back in the car. It's apparently the only place I record. And we have Claire just got back from 7 weeks in Europe. She did. Living her best life. She did. And we've got, I obviously am a matcha connoisseur, if you will. Claire's never tried it. And also in Adelaide, no shade, but I've never had a good matcha in Adelaide. But apparently this is the best one. Yeah, I would believe that. And she's never had one. So we've got just a regular full cream milk. That guy went to my school. Yeah, full cream milk with honey. So cheers. Cheers. First, wait, you can get it. Tastes like a milkshake. It does. And that's quite nice. Do you like it? I do like that. Do you know why? 'Cause that doesn't taste like matcha. So, you know when, okay, this is where we're at with matcha. Matcha. I'll drink that again. Yeah, because you know it's like straight with sugar and honey. It's great. Like, that's why it tastes so good, because I'm like, and also normal matcha tastes good too, but I'm like, not sure what grade they've used in here. Yeah. Kind of tastes like, I don't know why I want to say like banana smoothie. Yeah, sort of yeah. Banana and cinnamon. Out of 10? 8.5. It's good. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah. And like, look at that honey though. You can literally look. Look at that honey. Yum. I'm all. Won't post that. Yeah. That's cut. It's like so many things. Like, no, there's so much shit. Like me, like. But I might just post that. Goodbye. Bye. Oh, also wait, Saturdays are for the liquids. So Saturdays for me, my favourite thing is just drinking a lot of liquids. I got home from Europe yesterday, so I'm happy to be on the liquid tour with you. Got a casualty. Man down. My straw. I'm gonna have to chop it off. You could just made another straw. Oh no, but now it's not there. But now my straw is not going to reach the bottom. Goodbye. Bye. You guys will never believe what I just did. Honestly, I'm going to get back to the car and then give you an update. But it has been a very productive morning so far. We've gone to the gym, dropped some orders off to the post office, and now going to return something at JB Hi-Fi because I made a boo-boo, and then going for a walk with Belle, and then getting into work for the day. But let me update you on what I did. Very productive morning, like I just said. I dropped off all the orders to the post office. Business as usual, like no hiccups, and just very happy, very grateful. I trained this morning and had such a good session, and really feeling so strong in my lifts. And I'm on the back end of my period. It's still pretty like but good, feeling strong. I spoke to this a little bit on the nourishment project, but I've just like fully shifted my mindset when it comes to training on my cycle. Back in the day, there was a season where I was such a victim to being on my cycle and being like, oh, I'm just so lethargic and like my lifts will feel like shit and I'll feel really weak. And don't get me wrong, there's times where my body is just like, yeah, not today, and that's fine. But like, it's few and far between, and I've found that ever since I just stopped telling myself that I was going to feel that way on my cycle, I actually feel fine, if not actually stronger. And it's been cool because I've been training the whole way through, feeling really good, feeling really strong, feeling really able, and feeling very proud of my body. And I think as women especially, it is so important to just show yourself what you're capable of beyond what your mind wants to tell you is going to be the truth when it comes to how you feel at certain times of the month. And you know, to contradict that as well, it's important to be so in tune with when you do actually need to take your foot off the pedal a little bit and give yourself a little bit of TLC and maybe not strength train or not, you know, do the hectic thing or whatever it is. But just knowing yourself is the most important thing, which is what pretty much the whole Nourishment Project brand is all about. But you can't make this shit up. The way our brains are just wired in autopilot. Like, I used to live, the house that we sold at the start of the year was like 3-5 minutes away from the gym, and I nearly drove in to the driveway to go home and start my day at the house that I no longer own. Like, the way I was so close, and my brain, like, just right in the last second was like, you don't live here anymore. You actually don't live at this house. Not only do you not live at this house, you don't live in this state. You don't live in this state. So that could have been a good one. I would have just had to pretend like I was using the driveway for a bit of a reverse moment, but like... Also though, wondering if they'd let me in to have a look at, see what they've done with the house. Because I love, it's such a beautiful house. What have you done with the decor? Like, can I have a see? I used to live here. I was actually the first person to live here because we bought that house brand new. So I'm like, it's technically still mine, isn't it? But anyways, so that's where I'm at. I may end off this vlog here. I'm going to go for a walk with Belle now and Elodie, her little girl, down at the beach, and then get into like, yeah, editing for the day. So I may end this vlog off here. I feel like this was a bit of a chaotic one. I feel like it was a lot of me talking in the car. It was a lot of not sure what was going on, but we're going to see when we edit it. So if you're still here, thank you, love you. I just love creating long form content. I say it all the time, but you guys supporting it, if it's a like or a comment or a subscribing to my channel, it just means the world to me, and I love to hear from you guys. I think I spoke to that at the start of the vlog, but I've had a few DMs just over the last week of people that have been finding my channel and watching and loving and sharing that with me. You don't know how far it goes. Like, I just love to hear from you guys and connect with you guys, so absolutely please slide into my DMs if you ever feel called to. And other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.